Alright, so I'm reshooting this video for the Thunder Mountain Longhorn pepper, and the first video I shot, it had a red pepper that was ripe and ready, so I didn't really truly know what color it's supposed to look like. But here's one here, as you can see, and it's orange in color. Now I believe that's the color it's supposed to be. I'm not sure, I didn't look it up online, but they're all coming out orange on, as far as the rest of them goes. And that first one was red. Does it turn red eventually? I don't know. I know that the red one that I did the video on the first time was red, and the shape really didn't carry correctly. It didn't look like this. Like you can see here, here's a nice example of what this pepper is supposed to look like. It's long, stringy, gnarly, twisty at the bottom. The other one was kind of pointy, just like, you know, like a regular pepper. It wasn't really like this. So it came off of this plant, so I'm not sure. Sometimes peppers do that. They will sometimes put out a different shape, completely different than what the plant is normally supposed to put out. So it'll put out a pepper shape that's really different. But I figured I'd reshoot the video because it's probably not a good example of what this pepper should look like. Though I will take that other video and I will post it on my other account. I'll just put it up there, and maybe I'll label the title a little bit differently or something. But it's definitely a different pepper that doesn't really represent this variety very well. So I figured I'd have to reshoot it. So anyway, I got one here that's ready. And here it is. Oh, let's go over that plant profile. It's a regular leaf plant. It's a waxy, smooth stem. And it does have a little bit of purpling at the nodes. And that's really about it. It's probably a very big producer. It didn't really produce that well for me this year. Kind of in a small pot, and it's at the edge of my thing here, so it couldn't spread its roots out. But I'm sure if you grow it, in your yard or in your garden, it'll grow much better. So. But anyway, here it is. Take a closer look at it. And this is orange. Now, I don't know if this pepper is supposed to be red or orange, but I know that this particular variety that we're looking at now, they're all coming out orange like this. If you do a Google search on the images, it's very possible it might show up as a red version. I don't know. I'm growing an orange version of it. So I'll definitely make sure I note that in the description. You can see what a beautiful cap it has. Very, very beautiful. I am going to winter this plant over so I can get it to grow up next year and maybe get some more of these out of there. Hopefully it stays true and I do get more orange ones like this. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be orange or red. So I'm assuming it was supposed to be a red version. I believe that's what I bought it as originally, but this one's orange. So we'll double check that. If I notice anything different between what the Google search pulls up and what we're reviewing now, I'll make a note of that in the description below. Alright, so let's turn you around. Alright guys, so we're going to do a pod review today on this pepper here called the Thunder Mountain Longhorn pepper. And don't know much about its history. I'm not even sure what color this is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be red. At least that's what I remember when I purchased the seeds for it. And here we go, we got a golden version. Why is it golden? I have no idea. It's just a golden version, and I'm going to keep this plant alive throughout the winter and then see what we can get out of it in next year. Hopefully it puts out some more golden peppers like this, or orange. This is like a sunset orange, really, you know. And see if we can get some more of these, and eventually if you know, I get enough seeds from it, maybe I'll offer it online. But as of right now, I'm not even sure what the correct color is, so I can't even offer you seeds for the red version of it. So we'll have to just see how things turn out with this, and eventually I will offer them on my website. So here it is, and let's give it a bite. Skins are really thick on it. Not so much tough, but they're really thick. So far, not a drop of heat, but that was the very bottom. Let's take another bite. Not a lick of heat. Not even the tiniest bit. Not even the slightest bit. This is totally sweet pepper. And has a nice taste to it, kind of fruity a little bit. Not fruity like habanero fruity, but sweet like. It's hard to describe. It's got like almost its own type of, like a fruit flavor. Doesn't have a real strong pepper flavor, but there is a little bit of an aftertaste of pepper. You know, like what a bell pepper would taste like, kind of like that aftertaste a little bit. And it was a little bit tangy, but not too tangy. There was a little bit of tanginess in this, and it did have some sweetness in it. Nothing really more to say about it than what I just described. I mean, it's pretty simple, to be honest with you. It's not really, it's very mild in flavor. It's not a dry pepper. There's no heat in it. And it just has a slight bit of sweetness, a little bit of tanginess. It's just generally mild in flavor. It's not very, very strong. Maybe if you grow it in different conditions, some of the flavors and overtones and stuff will develop a little better. But as of right now, with this pod review that I'm doing, it's very, very mild. It's almost undetectable. So I don't know. That's it. That's not much else I could say about it other than it's a sweet pepper. And is it always going to be sweet? It's hard to say. Sometimes I do these pepper reviews. I eat them and they're sweet, and next year I eat them and they're hot. They don't stay true for some reason. It's the same pepper coming out, but sometimes they develop a little bit of heat. Not exactly sure what's going on with it, but that does happen. But as of right now with this video, it's a totally sweet pepper, and I'll do a little research online. If it's a red version that I was supposed to be getting and I got a golden version, then I'll have to put that in the description below and just kind of delineate that a little bit, as well as whether it should have heat or not. I'm pretty sure this pepper was supposed to have a little heat on it. This is absolutely sweet. Not even the slightest bit of taste of capsaicin. Like capsaicin, it's like eating a bell pepper. You don't taste that capsaicin, but as soon as you eat hot peppers, that soapy flavor that I usually talk about, that kind of a thing kind of comes in there. This has nothing like that at all. So, all right, that was your pepper review for the Thunder Mountain Longhorn pepper. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.